Tomorrow he celebrates his 53rd birthday. Tonight he celebrates his third win of the season and his first ever Everett Auto Parts Triple Crown Championship. How about a round of applause for Gerry DeGasparre Jr.
That was a great son. Somebody play with it. I'm going to give him.
A couple of breaths over there talking to Tim Boldock, getting the checkered flag. As our third and second place finishers get ready to climb out of their cars. Charlie, a good run for third tonight. Once you finally got clear, they were gone. There was no way to catch them.
Enough, but not enough. I needed a little more. We showed up, no practice for any racing. Happy we came and finished third, and good night.
I know you got some people to thank.
Yeah, I want to thank my father, Jimmy Roscoe. They got to talk me into this day. It's like 85 degrees. I don't want to race anymore. They're like, Mom, we got to go. So,
Just so you know, it wasn't much cooler on the
What's up, fellas? No volume, man.
Did you go to their thing today? That. Fuck.
All right. But I got no volume for some reason. It's weird.
That. You got us?
There we go.
Oh, sorry about that. I got a new microphone last week, so I'm just learning everything, Jerry, you know? Just trying to figure this all out.
Jerry's gone again.
Oh, that's you playing with this.
Who the heck is this one?
No, that's him. It's right
That's
there.
not him.
There it is.
No, it's not. There we go.
Oh,
Jerry,
somebody else.
who's the other guy on here?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
All right, now he can hear us. All right,
Now we
everything's
got
good.
it.
All right, we got it all going. So welcome to the show. And I don't know if you've watched us before, but this is what happens. We always have a bunch of problems, but it's all good.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh, I appreciate you coming on. You know what I mean? This is great.
I figured you couldn't find no one good, so you guys invited me.
No, you are good. I just didn't think of it. Lisa, my wife's like, you should invite Jerry. And I'm like, shit. I said, he probably won't even want to come on. You know what I mean?
Always Lisa looking out for me.
Oh, yeah, she is. She's a sweetheart, isn't she?
Yep. How you guys doing? All right?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Jacob's working a lot. I'm working, you know how that is, right? And
It's called the grind of life.
The grind of life. But then we got to have a little bit of fun. So this is what I like to do on Wednesday nights, to have a little bit of fun.
I'm trying to figure out who this is.
It's just, don't worry about it. I don't know who it is. It looks like somebody else is in there.
That's not Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry, you have someone else that's copying you.
My old man, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's who it is. Let's bring
Senior.
him on.
It's Senior.
Let's see.
Let's see what he says.
There he
the old
is.
man.
There you are.
Hi, boys.
Now we got the old man in too.
There we go.
There you go.
Good. So we wanted to start out, from the beginning. How did you get into racing? And what was the first thing? Where did you sit in somebody's car? Did you just decide you wanted to go racing? Did you have family that was racing, Gerry?
No, the guy you're looking at used to take me as a kid. So listen, when I was a kid, that place used to be so crowded. We used to leave like 3 hours early just to get our seats and turn 4 every week.
Yeah.
We used to get to the racetrack at like 4 o'clock every week because we wanted to watch Jeff Bodine, and he liked to watch Bugsy and
Yeah. I mean, listen to the names you're putting out there.
Well,
man.
yeah, because it was also weekly modified racing. Don't forget, we got to watch George Summers and Bugsy and the Bouchards and Johnny Tripp. We got to watch the best of the best back in the day when I was a kid growing up.
Wow. So that's what gave you the bug. Is just one day you guys said, "Hey, we're gonna do this."
No, he wasn't even involved in it. I did it with a bunch of my friends, and he was too embarrassed watching me, so he jumped in because he couldn't take it no more.
Oh, okay. So when you started, because I see somebody made a comment, Gerry, that you started out with a yellow car or something.
Yeah, I had a yellow Chevelle.
Oh, all right. Because I don't remember that. I must have been before me.
It was a couple of years before you because I came in with the Camaro when you had the black and purple Camaro.
Yeah, and you came in with a nut. Your old man had that thing all spiffed out there, all shiny every week.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He was the bodywork master.
Oh yeah, right. You gave him a lot of work to do, right?
Your car looked pretty neat too. Take a bow.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's all Derek Anderson. He used to do all the work. You know what I mean?
And my old man used to do all the work. I get it.
Right. Yeah. So that's what happened. You got involved. So what made you get involved? Buy that Chevelle and start racing?
I don't know. You know what? We used to go every week, and me and back then it was Mark Langlois, God rest his soul now, and a couple of our other buddies just decided to do it because like everybody else, you thought it was easy.
Oh yeah, everybody thinks it's easy. I'm getting a little feedback here. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
I don't have it.
No. Good.
Yeah, we thought it was easy, and then I struggled for a couple of years, and then that's when my father jumped in with me.
So I know your father was a body man, but who took the setup part of it? Who? Because your car was good. I mean, when you were in the street stocks, you always did well. I mean,
actually, back then, Dad, Joe Serendinsky, right, and Scotty.
Correct.
Yeah, Joe and Scotty Serendinsky were the first ones to friend us when we went to Seekonk, and we were struggling. They were the first ones to come over and be friends with us.
Yeah, we had some good friends back then. We had Glenn Young.
Yep, I remember Glenn Young. Yep.
Oh yeah, Mark. Yep.
Kenny Spencer and family.
Wow. We have any people asking questions?
No, not yet. They're telling us how stupid we were for not having the camera or the.
Oh yeah, everybody's making fun of us because we didn't have the. This is what they do. They make fun of us, but we love it. We love it.
Yeah, but they're not doing it, so they got no say in that.
You get them, Gerry. You get them. I got my
them,
glasses so I can see stuff.
Hey, if they're not happy, tell them to start their own podcast.
Right, I'll watch. No problem. Hey, so your first race ever, obviously, was at Seekonk Speedway.
Oh yeah. Spun out a couple times, embarrassed myself.
Oh, I did it too. I did a few times,
Hey, the first time I started on a pole, they put me on a pole for a DAV race back in the day. I spun out before I got to the stop finish line.
Oh man,
God's honest truth.
God, right? But you kept going, right? You kept going.
Yeah, but it was embarrassing back then when you look back. I mean, we had so much fun though, because there was no pressure. We didn't expect to do good.
Yeah.
Look at Jacob. If he goes to the racetrack now and he doesn't run up front, he's pissed off. Back then, we were happy just to make the race.
Oh, back then. But then think about how many cars we had back then, right?
My first number was 125.
Right. Yeah. See,
and that wasn't because I picked it. It wasn't because I picked 125. That was the first available number.
Yeah. We used to pit in the dirt there, and if you got into the feature, you thought you were God then.
You're a cat's ass, but
Dad,
Dad, wasn't it like 4 features with 12 out of each or something?
Yeah, it was easy to go home back then because there were a lot of good people there.
Yeah, but even if you go to the late models, we used to send more people home every week than that they have in the feature now.
Right,
Yeah.
right, exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. Don't. I mean, I think we had more cars in the street stock division than we have there in
Oh,
all 4 divisions
hands
on a
down,
Saturday night. You know what I mean?
hands down.
Yeah.
I remember everybody like you parked in the same row as us, but I remember like people along a scale line going all the way down in the woods,
Oh
like
yeah.
the Betancourts, and then all the way down in the corner was the Melbergs,
Yep.
and then in our row you had us, you, Spencer, Glenn Young,
Yep.
Rigo,
All the way
James
down
Lawrence.
across the woods and then back up where the pond is now.
Yeah,
Or where
three rows of street stocks, man.
You had Rhoda, then you had the old farmer there.
Oh, Massa Harmon.
Amasa Harmon.
Yeah.
Yep, with Pete,
He
Big
could
Motor
go.
Pete Rhoda.
Yep.
Back then, man, there was a lot of characters back then.
Oh yeah. It
And
was,
even
it
I
was
remember your interview. I remember your interview last week. You were talking about Nancy Sherman.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had Nancy Sherman eater.
I mean, listen, I hated racing against her, but that is one of the nicest people in the world you will ever talk to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
She
remember one year I could not get away from her. I think we wrecked every week. And then I wrecked, and that lady was one of the first person to come check on me. I was like, wow, no shit.
Wow. That's good. That's good stuff.
But going back then, like, people don't realize what racing was like back then, Ronnie. You do, but like Jacob, he has no idea unless he sees pictures.
Yeah. It's more stress now. You know, I think.
Well, because
I mean the money, you know, in the what?
It's not us.
Oh yeah. So it's you know, you got the money, like you said, you start doing well, and then you go to the track. If you don't finish on a podium, you're pissed. You know what I'm
You're
saying? You know,
disappointed.
it's like
right. Because
And-
the level is so high now that like the expedition, you're just expecting it to be so high.
yeah,
And especially as much as you guys are racing every week.
yeah. I mean, he raced 60 races last year, so between the legends and late model and pro stock, so we did quite a
Yeah,
few races.
That's
It-
a lot of racing, man.
It is.
And
Supposed
It's a
to be
lot of
young.
racing. So we got
What, Dad?
let's good.
I said it's wonderful to be young.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
But in
That's
all
it,
honesty,
right?
Jacob's been doing it for a few years now. So
Now he started when he was 5. He's
No,
done,
just talking about doing
Oh.
multiple races.
multiple races, yeah.
but I remember when he first started in the legend cars because I was still with Skeeter then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a few people in the chat. Michael Rotundo said, Gerry, one of the best, miss him out there.
That's my
And,
buddy Mike.
We got a question for everybody out there too. And we want to know, what do you guys think? You guys want to see Gerry back in a car, back in a late model or something? We saw him in the Sportsman. You know, hit it in the chat. We want to see what you guys think out there. We want to see him back in a race car. Doreen Taylor.
Doreen Taylor.
Yeah, she loves you. She's like one of your biggest, I think,
Yep.
biggest fans. She
That
says
was my
hi.
mom's best friend.
Yeah.
Yep. She sat with my mom every week. That's my mom's best friend.
Oh wow, that's
The
great.
Turn 4 gang right there, brother.
Yeah, that's it. Let's see what else we got. Mike Bright, here, you do this because you can read better than I.
Because you can see he's old. He don't have his glasses
No,
on.
he can't.
I don't have my glasses.
All right. Mike Bright said that's what kills me about having 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. Even with the 2 nights in all the cars, we still had more cars back in the day, 100+ streeters and Formula 4s.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even look at. So let me go back a minute. Like Mikey won we raced Mikey for the championship in like 04. And we had like 35 late models every week. That's like
Yeah.
double now.
Yeah, that's double than what. Yeah, they're lucky if they get 20 in the beginning of the year, and then by the time the year's going, you have.
This year's gotten better.
Yeah, the late models got a little bit better this year.
Pro stock did.
No, the
Yeah,
pro
but
stocks dropped.
Streeters are way down from where they used to be.
Oh yeah. I mean, but
Like-
they have more cars in their division probably than more than any of them, right?
Yeah, they got like 23, 24, but I mean, even before they used to run I'm not talking about when we raced, but even a few years back, they ran a consi every week, or
Yeah.
they had
we
enough
got-
to send people home.
Bobby John Foley. Hell yeah, need him back. Need him back. My son RJ is waiting for him. Ha ha ha.
Yep, definitely
He
good
said,
people right there.
yep. Chris
We're-
Tessia, love to see him out there again.
You know what, Ronnie? We had me and my old man were lucky. We had great fans. I mean, you go back and look at the victory pitches.
Oh yeah, you were most popular driver many years. Yeah,
I mean,
there's no doubt. And we got Brendan Hammond's in the house.
oh yeah,
All
because
right.
I
Skeeter.
talked to him this morning.
Skeeter just said, "Get the band back together."
You know, everybody says they got the best crew, but man, we had one hell of a crew when we had everybody together.
Oh yeah, you guys,
You know,
you guys all seem to have fun when you guys were there all the time. A lot of
did.
love
You know
in that
what?
crew, and I put that in our guys. I always say, you know, you don't want to have bad vibes in the crew. You guys, none of this blaming shit on everybody. Everybody's gonna go there happy, be nice. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we're all there to have fun. And if you're not having fun, then what the hell are we, doing all this work for, spending this money, time, you know what I mean, to go there and get aggravated. So
That's gonna happen anyway.
it happens, but it shouldn't happen in your own crew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
Not in your own
Yeah,
crew.
if you're gonna argue with someone else's crew, not your own.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
That's
what though?
you
But
want to do.
like I still coach softball, and what you just said is something I try to instill into my girls. Like,
Yep.
if you're gonna do it for the right reasons. If you're not having fun, do something else. There's plenty of other things you can do. Whether I know I brought softball into it, but whether it's racing or
No,
softball,
that's fine.
if you're gonna go there and be miserable, friggin' stay home.
No, exactly. No, exactly. You're right.
Like,
But you know what kills being miserable? Winning.
What is that? What's
I say, when you're miserable, you forget about being miserable if you win.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Winning
That always
definitely
changes a
winning
lot.
cures all.
What was that,
Jacob
Jerry?
should know that.
What's up?
Winning cures all. We all know
Yeah,
that.
right,
Winning,
right. Yeah,
you could have 4 bad weeks in a row, but you go out and win the 5th week, you forget about them 4 weeks.
right. It's kind of like the gamblers at the casino. They lose. They go 1 week, they win. They think they're back on top of the world, right? You know?
Yeah, but speaking of that, Dad, what's that expression? The casino wasn't built on losers.
No,
I mean,
right.
on winners. On winners. Casino wasn't built on winners.
Right on. They can't. We got Bob Langlois is in the house too.
That's
He
my
said,
boy.
"Let's get him a ride, guys." Terry
My wife's
Boyd.
sitting next to me going, nope.
Who?
My wife is. Tracy's sitting next to me saying no about getting me a ride.
Well, you're busy now, coaching and stuff like that, right?
I am. I'm fortunate. I coach, travel softball, and I also got a job as an assistant coach at college. So
Oh wow.
yeah, I coach at Dean College now.
Is that where your
So-
daughter goes?
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate enough to coach when my daughter plays ball.
Wow, you can't ask for anything better than that guy. I mean,
Nah.
that's like me with the racing with Jacob. Yeah, it brings us together, and now with the podcast, I force him to come here. You can see how happy he is all the time, right?
But that's no different than me and my father. I mean, look at father and sons that raced. There's tons of them. You guys not father and son, but it's basically his.
Yeah,
And
tried.
99% of the people think you're his father anyways.
I know a lot of people do, right?
Absolutely.
What Bob Langlois said, being with them guys was the highlight of my week. From time to time, from the time we arrived at the shop on Saturday morning until we got back to the shop, all we did was laugh. And I remember, Jerry, you were probably one of the first guys at the track all the time. I'd drive by, we'd still be working on a car or something. I'd be driving by, picking up parts from that, drive by, and I see Jerry's hauler all set up, sitting there, ready to go.
Yeah, either that or me and the old man would drop it off. We'd go to breakfast, go to lunch.
Oh,
go to
yeah,
go-karts.
yeah.
But
Why
back
not?
then you had to get in line 3 hours early to get a good parking spot in the pit area.
Yeah, that was the day, though. You know what I mean? That was your day.
It was
the
a whole
thing
day.
You were looking forward to this, all week. You work in the shop all week, getting the car ready. And
But I enjoyed being in the shop all week. That's
Yeah.
because it was the guys we were around.
Yeah, I do too. I haven't been in there this year much, but I liked when we were in the shop, doing whatever and you got the music playing, you're busting chops, you order a pizza, you know,
Yeah.
having some fun.
It was, Brendan, my dad, me, Bobby, Frank, Ryan Flood. We had a blast in the shop. Like,
Yeah.
that was our time it's some nights you didn't get nothing done. All you did was bench race. But
Right.
no one
Yeah,
cared.
exactly. Talked about everything you did and that's it.
You did everything but get anything accomplished, but it was a great night.
God forbid there was a race on TV.
Yeah,
Yeah,
forget
then
it.
we
You
did-
get nothing
yeah.
done.
Yeah, then we got nothing done.
We don't have a TV in our shop, so that's not going to happen.
No, me and Skeeter made the mistake of putting one in our shop. That was the end of it.
That was
So we're
good.
either
good.
watching a race or watching sports or just totally screwed everything right up.
Yeah. So John Robidoux, right? Am I saying it right? Robidoux?
Yep.
Robidoux said, best thing I ever done is racing with my boy.
Let me tell you,
So,
John
you
was
know,
great,
He
man.
does
Before
great.
John started driving, man, he worked his ass off for us, huh, Dad?
Well, yes, he did.
Him and his brother Billy.
oh, worked with you guys racing?
Yeah,
yeah.
John worked with us before he started racing on his own.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know that?
Three guys that worked with us were Bobby Lantang.
Yep. Bobby Langtang is another one.
Yep. Yep. Joey, who's
You're
this?
saying names I don't even know.
Yeah, I know, right? Joey, am I saying this tonight?
Just say Joey.
All right. Well, I want to say it so Jerry might know it. Naru, N-E-R.
Oh, Joey Naru.
Joey
That's one of
Naru.
Mike Reitman's boys.
Yep. He goes, I got into racing about 10 years ago. Meeting guys like Bob and Jerry are part of why I still enjoy going once in a while.
So this is
Isn't
a
that
guy I
great?
met through race. Hey, this is the guy I met through racing, and then his daughter ended up playing softball for me.
Right. And it just see the influence you've put on people, Jerry, over the years. I mean, whether
We're there for so long.
Well, not even that, Jerry. A lot of people are there for a long time, but they don't put an influence on people. I'm not going to name names and other teams and stuff like that, but you had that that personality that people came to you. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't get most popular driver and stuff like that because you're unlikable. You know what I mean? So I think
It's pretty much.
I think
Just
you
call it what it
really
is. It's pretty much because I don't shut the fuck up.
what?
I don't shut up. I talk to anybody. That's
Yeah, no, but there's a way too. I mean, you talk to everybody, but you're respectful, and you know what I mean. And when you're talking, it's about something. It's not just blabbing about drama and crap. So I think people are drawn to that.
Jerry, what I liked is like when we had our pit spot next to the fence, we met more people. Like perfect example, that guy Bobby John Foley and his son Ajay. I met them because they used to come over to the fence every week, and then we became friends. But like we had the perfect pit spot where we met so many people every single week. Dad, how many people come over to see you that you worked with or you knew through the business every week?
Lots of people.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And the opportunities there to meet people, you just got to be willing to do it and sociable enough
Open
to do it.
Exactly. And a lot of these people that see you watching you around the track, they're more intimidated to come up to you to talk to you. So someone like you that's not that talks to people, that brings the fans to you. You know what I mean? You got drivers, they walk around with their driver suits and they think they don't want to talk to anybody. And I think you need to build more of a fan base and drivers like you. And if we had more of them, I think we'd have more fans and those seats would be more, would be full. I think it's got away from us with that.
Well, they also got away from the drivers, like the when they used to have the drivers do the autograph sessions and meet the kids.
Yeah.
And that's a really good icebreaker. Like you said, like if they're intimidated to go up to a driver, but if you're sitting at a table signing an autograph card and just saying hi to everybody, that's a good way to break the ice for like even little kids or kids that are shy or kids that are nervous. And they used to do it. I mean, us as drivers, I liked it because I got to go bullshit with people, but everybody's like, oh, we got to go sign autograph cards or we got to go up there. But I used to go up there with Charlie Rose and Chase Belcher, and all we did was laugh and have fun.
Yeah. Right. Bob
It's a small thing like
said,
that, Ronnie.
what was that?
It's a small thing like that that can make all the difference.
I know. I agree 100%. I agree. They got to bring little things like that instead of, trying to reinvent the wheel. What do we have, Ed Bob?
And another thing is, my father always told me before, and not just because he's sitting here, but you never know who you're talking to. If you go see that little kid, that guy could be your next big sponsor, or he can know your next big sponsor.
Right.
Like you
You
never
don't know.
know
You
who
don't know
it
who that kid's father is. You go there and this kid loves you, and the father's, next thing you know is like, hey, I'd like to get my business on your car, and you know what it takes to run these divisions. You know what I mean? Back when we ran the street stocks, it wasn't as bad. You could go to the junkyard and get parts. You know what I'm saying?
Not no more.
Nowadays, you have to buy pretty much everything unless you're Charlie Rose and you can make everything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I was talking to Charlie at 4 o'clock this morning while we were all plowing, and he was getting ready to go home and make A-frames.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a guy he's probably the only one out there that still does it all.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I agree 100%. There's not many out there.
He's got his father's blood in him.
What, Dad?
His old
He
man's
has
blood.
his father's blood.
Yeah.
Charlie.
I think I think Senior's watching. I don't see it on here, but I know he follows our show, so he's out there. Doreen said, you have that big smile. Jim St. Germain, Seekonk Speedway's mayor.
Yep, that's Charlie's guy. He works on Charlie's car. I've been friends with James for like 30 years. Yeah, but like Ronnie, this is a perfect example. Like this podcast, all it takes is something little to get all these people to come out of the woodwork.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we got 30 people right now, Jerry, watching that, which is pretty good. I mean, we don't usually have.
I haven't raced in really a couple of years, and like it just doesn't take much to get people to come out. Like everybody knows somebody, and everybody wants to be involved with something one way or another. It's the little things like that bring everybody to racing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I try to instill in Jacob, like to go out, see people, because there's fans out there that were dying to see him. They come out when they have the little pip things. They all want to see him. You can't be hiding in the trailer. Come out, see these kids. Makes their day. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Makes their day. Bobby Foley said, you always made sure to talk to RJ, even gave him a Team 71 hat.
My father did that. Yep.
Doreen said, personalities, everything. And Joey again, I'm going to hit big at the casino and buy Jerry his next ride.
Now you're talking.
Now you're talking, right?
Now you're talking.
Doreen says she still has six or seven pictures of you hanging in the house still.
Yep. Me and Vinny probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Yep. If she's got pictures, it's me and Vinny and Arumo.
Oh, we got Motorola in the house.
See, his ears must have been ringing. No, we were talking about him earlier.
Says, good seeing you, Jerry. Hope to see you at the track this summer. So I've been seeing you at the track. I know you did a little racing. I don't know if you did any last year, but you did some sportsman racing. And then, I see you at the track just watching every once in a while. I see your daughter there. Love seeing her. She's just full of positive, happy energy. My wife and her get along so well.
She loves Lisa.
She loves her. She loves your daughter.
So we didn't race at all last year. 2 years ago, I drove the sportsman car.
Yep. You got a win in that, right?
Yeah, we did. Like our third night out, we won in it.
Yeah.
And it was cool because it was the first win for, Mike and Tammy. They had never won before. So that was a pretty cool deal. We won like our third night out, and we ran good. We ran in the top 5, and we had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
But then
those aren't easy either.
And not easy to drive.
Holy
Jacob
shit,
says.
those things are a handful, Jacob. You drive Eddie's car. Those things are a handful.
He said you drove Eddie's car.
His steering box in that thing, dude, it's like this. So your hands are like this the whole time. You're grabbing it twice to turn through the corner. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, those things are they definitely, guys that get around in them things, I give them a lot of credit. It's like legend cars. And
yeah.
I think, and I'll use Jacob as an example. I'll use Ryan Kuhn, Jake Johnson, all those guys. Legend cars make these guys better drivers. And I can say that because I drove one, because I used to give
took speeders out, right?
What's that?
Did you take the 71 out before? The 7? Oh, Skeeter's car, right.
Yeah, so I used to give him a bunch of shit about being smooth. I'm like, you got to be smooth. You got to be smooth. He's like, you take it out. I'm like, all right, get out of my way. Dude, I went over the berm, through the infield, up the hump. Dude, I was so bad. I came out. I was racing with Mike Mafio.
That's at Waterford.
Yeah, but I was at Seekonk.
I know.
I came in. I had to eat some humble pie. Let me tell you. I was like, all right, you're right. These things are like something like I've never driven. But I think it makes the younger kids, and I'll call Jacob a younger kid. Jake Johnson, Ryan Kuhn, anybody else that runs these things all the time. I think it makes them a better driver when they go into other divisions.
I absolutely, I totally 100% agree.
Mafio story when you took it out.
Oh yeah. I've taken out the Legend a couple of times. And I try to be smooth. You try to do like the late model thing because I never drove anything like that. So you're trying to do this and you can't because the car's so you got to constantly be like this. So
that's what I used to yell at him for soaring on a wheel. I'm like, you look like you're cutting wood in there. But then I watch everybody's gloves, and all the guys up front are the same way. They're just soaring on a wheel on them things.
Yeah,
and then when Skeeter got into the late model, he got better and better and better.
That's why Skeeter was such a good late model driver, and I think that had a lot to do with Jacob. And another kid that used to do it was Isaiah Newcomb.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul and Kenny Rigo told me the same thing. He became a better SK driver because of all his time in the Legend.
Yeah. No, I agree. These guys, this is like the new thing that these guys are starting out in these Legends and moving up, and they have so much more car control. The only problem is when they first get into the late models, they gotta try to get away from that soaring, because their first instinct is to do this,
Yeah, soar on it instead of nice and smooth.
So
it's just like getting out of a street stock going into a late model and trying to burn up that right rear tire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the old habit of smoking the right rear tire on a streeter. Yeah. But all these younger kids that are coming up, they've all run Legend cars. Everybody that's watching New Smyrna, Brody Monahan, perfect example.
Yep.
That kid came out of a Legend car, and he's down New Smyrna kicking their ass right now.
Yeah, Cole Roby got a win down there.
Roby runs good. All these kids came out of Legend, and I call them kids because they are kids.
And you start looking at these guys here got the silver spoons, but you got Kenseth? Not Kenseth. What's the kid?
Harvick.
Harvick's kid, and you got
Kyle Busch's kid.
You got Busch's kid. And you even got McMurray's kid. He was in the Legends. We raced, but we didn't race with him. Yeah, we were talking with McMurray down in.
This is casual.
Casual.
So casual. They don't even like.
Yeah, and we were with them down in Dominion, and but he went instead of going to like the late models, he put his son into like the
the micro sprints.
No, that's Busch does that with his kid. No, it's almost like a modified. Larson. It's like a modified.
All right. Yeah, like Kyle Larson's kids are in the micro sprints too.
Keep your eye on Keelan Harvick. That's the kid that's got all the talent in the world.
Yeah.
And he's got all the money in the world.
Well,
and sponsors, the sponsors are just going to jump right on board. You got the name. So, but yeah, back to the Legends. I definitely agree. Those things, if you can drive one of those cars and handle it and get through traffic and, then moving up is no biggie. Yeah, it's not as hard.
Why I'm still in it. That's why I'm still in them.
Yeah. We keep telling him, you got to get out of these things. You keep down, but he loves racing them and it keeps them sharp. Right.
So the Legends to me are kind of like Seekonk Speedway. Everybody used to say, if you can get around Seekonk Speedway, you can pretty much get around any other racetrack.
Right.
Like you can get around Lee and you can get around Waterford and whatever. And I think the Legends are the same thing. If you can get around in a Legend, you're eventually going to get around in whatever the next division you go to is, because that's the biggest way you can handle.
Like driving the Legends wherever is like driving at Seekonk, because it gets your mind working faster. Your brain has to work first before your muscles work. So your brain's telling you turn the wheel and what you got to do.
Yeah. I think Jacobs had mentioned that one time. Like you got to constantly watch the guys in front of you, know what's happening, because you're constantly turning and you got to know, and you're only running 30 laps, 40 laps or whatever. And you got to make your moves and you got to do it in a timely fashion, or else,
I think that the legends have created so much car control for these guys that when they get into a car with a bigger tire, like Jacob's a perfect example. You went to a 10-inch tire or an 8-inch tire in the late models and a 10-inch tire in the pro stocks. The more tire he has now with that car control, the better he's going to be. And it isn't like you also give him junk equipment. We know he's got great equipment. So obviously that makes a big difference too.
Well, yeah, we try, I mean, we try. We're still on a budget. We're not on a, unlimited budget like some teams are. But we try to give them the best we can with the budget we're on,
No,
the more you move up, the bigger the stuff, the easier it gets to drive every time. It's just getting used to who you're racing with. That's really it.
Yeah.
So you telling me, hold on, Ronnie. So you're telling me you went from the legends, then it got easier in the late models, then it got easier in the pro stocks too?
Yeah.
Why?
It doesn't, like, legend, you have so much power to weight ratio.
Yeah.
The power getting in that thing, I kid you not, I'm probably quarter throttle to full throttle every single time. There's no, to me, it feels like you don't need to feather the gas, go into it. You're just matting it and you deal with it through the wheel.
Really?
In the pro stock.
Yeah. Both late model and pro stock. Yep.
So
I feel that 1 point on the track. I mean, I raced so many in the beginning of the year. I mean, we probably won 10 races at Seekonk within 2 months. We were doing good. And it's because I did all those races in 3 divisions for those 2 months. And you kind of just feel all the points and everything like that, like what's developing, what groove's kicking in here. And you kind of feel a certain point in every car. And at that certain point, you just mat it. You can feel it. It just grips and it's just going to go. And I mean,
it's got that much bite.
yeah.
So the legend car has 0.
Yeah, exactly.
Gerry, what was the first time you scared yourself in a car? Like, what was the first time you were like, "Oh fuck"? Like,
probably the first time I went through the tunnel in my first race, maybe.
Right, not even racing.
How about when you went through the pits and the steering wheel came off?
Oh,
yeah, I definitely shit myself.
I think we all had that happen to us.
I went through the pits and I always used to tug my wheel and talk on the radio. And the wheel came off, and with all the caster in the car took a hard left and went through the pits. Thank God no one got hurt, but I ended up hitting Ryan Vanassa's car.
Oh man!
And it was on jack stands. Ronnie, thank God no one got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Thank
God. That's got to be the oh fuck moment, I think, right there.
That was an oh fuck moment many times over. And the worst part is, we were in a championship battle with them, and we were in a huge rat fuck with them, and no one was talking. And then I hit his car.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, you did that on purpose.
Oh my God! Like, of all things, like, I would have rather like run my dog over.
Oh man! So I know you raced streeters, well now sportsmen's and late models. Did you ever drive any other? Did you ever get in a pro stock or something? I don't remember.
Yep. So I just practicing. I practiced Ray Parent's car. I practiced Ranstrom's car. I drove Thompson modified when I had him at Thompson. I drove an SK at Thompson.
What do you think of those? What did you think of the SKs and the modified? Do you like those? Yeah,
I do actually a lot, but
Tracy doesn't.
Yeah, my wife hates them. Like hates them, but they're just like no power and all tire.
Yeah, and mentioning Ranstrom, you guys were really good buddy. You used to help him out a lot at Thompson, right? Yeah, wasn't it him? Was it Ranstrom? No, it was somebody else.
I was with Genties.
Genties, that's who it was.
I was with Genties for years. We won a lot of championships together.
Yeah, you with him, help you guys work together for years. Yeah,
yep.
I remember
we won
that.
A lot of championships together.
That guy, you guys did very well with that.
He's the master of that place.
So, if you had to pick one night, what was the best night you ever had at the track?
My first championship, easy.
Yep, easy.
So,
first championship.
I'm still waiting for mine.
We'll get to that in a minute, Jacob. Won the championship, ended up beating Jeremy Lilly, came up the tunnel, and the guy that's on the show with us was wearing a championship shirt, and that's the first thing I saw, and that was the coolest moment.
Oh, yeah, he had the shirt already ready
in front of me with a championship shirt on.
Wow.
I remember it like it was yesterday, and that's a long friggin' time ago.
This is what it's about. this is what it's about, making memories. I always say that it's about making memories, you know.
That's
we
all
all-
we got. What
we
else you
all-
got when you're not doing it no more?
Remember my
Right,
first legend win?
exactly. You know, yeah, first legend win. You know, my father was still alive, and
It's probably the best.
he came down there, hugged him, and so
I remember
happy.
the pictures. You guys posted pictures online. I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it.
All right, so what was the all right? So we had the best night. What was the let's go like this.
This guy.
What?
He's trying to read still with his glasses.
No, all right. I'm not gonna ask that question. I just want to say, okay.
You can ask anything. We're unfiltered here, brother.
Yeah, this is unfiltered, right?
Just ask him the goddamn
No, it
question.
wasn't anything. It was kind of, you know, it was
What
like
is
the
it?
worst ride you ever had. Like, what was probably the yellow car you had,
Oh,
right?
the Chevelle. Oh, yeah.
The Chevelle was the worst ride you ever
Oh,
had.
Hands
All right.
down. That's
So-
a no-brainer.
So there was if there was one driver that you knew you had to beat when you went to the track.
Easy. Who is it, Dad?
I said the 11 car.
Yep, Ryan Vanass.
You guys went head to head a lot, huh?
Me and Ryan went head-to-head, and we just kept raising the bar against each other, and those were just some great championship years. Like, it went both ways. And listen, every year, like, in every championship, we raced someone different for championships. Like, we had Lilly and Goodrow, then we had Brightman, then we had Lawton, we had Vanass, we had Pellin, we had Estrella. But the deal with Ryan and Michael Vanass, like, they made you spend 2 extra nights in the garage every week
I had to make sure everything
because
was
you know
right.
they were.
Yeah. So
And
we had
even that year, he won the 11 races. We won the championship.
right. And that's
And-
when it was heads up points, straight
Right.
up points.
We won
Right.
5 races. They won 11. That's like 16 of the 20 races we ran that year. The 2 teams won them.
Yeah, but you must have had more top fives. You must have had more
They
podiums.
broke 1 or 2 nights and it killed them.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
back then it was, and we knew it. Whoever got to the front first was winning. And I think they made us way better.
So I think you might have answered Michael Rotundo's question. He asked biggest rivalry. So was he was your biggest rivalry? Or I know that's the guy you had to beat.
I don't know. Lawton might have been the biggest rival because we didn't
Glenn
get
Lawton,
along.
the Orange 70, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know, Dad. What do you think?
I would say it was 11 car. And also, I think the 17 is a really good piece with a really good driver that gave us a lot of good races, and he won a lot.
Yeah, Vinny really raised the bar like towards the end of it with us.
Oh, yeah. When he stepped
He's
up.
a really, really good driver. I give him a lot of credit. I think he's a classy guy.
Yeah, no, he's a good driver. He knows how to set up his cars and work on them too. So
And
he's
at the end,
all
like
around.
when he was mentoring Jacob back then, with the same thing with Vinny, whichever one got to the front first, you know, it was like a dash to get to not even for the race. It was just to get in front of the other guy.
Yeah.
So guys, let's do it in two parts here. Guys you love to race with, and then guys that you couldn't stand to race with. Like
I loved racing with Kenny Spencer. I love racing with Charlie Rose.
There's your man right there.
And the other
My
one
biggest
is my buddy Chase Belcher.
Yep.
He's fun.
Me and Chase could race forever, but something about racing with Charlie, just
Oh, you're gonna have to give everything you've got to pass him or to have him not pass you, because he's gonna give everything he has. He's gonna give everything that car has and everything all his ability.
That's probably
he's gonna give you everything it's got plus some. Like
Yeah.
since we haven't been racing full time, he's the person that I talk to like nonstop. You know, just we bullshit about everything but racing and including racing.
Yeah.
But on the track, like we could be best friends, but on the track, he wasn't giving me a fucking inch.
No, absolutely.
And I get it. He's not supposed to. If you beat Charlie Rose, you earned it.
Yeah.
End of story. And if you did beat him, he's gonna go home and work another 30 hours in the garage this week to figure out why you beat him.
Yeah.
Because he's that stubborn, but he's that good.
Joey Naru said that he's not allowed to talk about Chase. Jerry knows why.
Oh,
So we'll leave that. That's it. That's an inside thing. That's fine.
Yeah, we'll get into that off camera.
So the guy you couldn't stand to race with, like what was I? And you don't have to name names if you want.
No, I'll
but
name anybody.
You
I'll
can.
name anybody. I
You
don't
can
care.
if you want because you're on the Rough and Rowdy podcast, and anything goes here. You still
Easy
there?
for me.
What, Dad?
Easy for me to pick.
Go ahead.
7-0.
Lawton.
Yeah.
So back in the streeters, I hated racing with Pepe. Just because I don't have to go no farther than that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all know Pepe. He's got his own way of driving.
Right. So back in the streeters, I hated that. And then
Nancy. Nancy was tough to race with.
yeah, you just dreaded being around Nancy because you knew you were gonna get balled up.
Yeah, you knew you weren't going to come out unscathed.
Yeah.
You knew something was
No.
going to happen. You know
You're gonna
be
be in an asshole knot by the time the race is over if you're racing with her. It's just what it is. But probably he's right. It's probably Lawton. In all honesty, like you just because something always happened, and if you crashed, it was a disaster.
Mox,
It was a disaster.
You had one other guy
oh,
that wasn't as good as him, maybe, but nobody really cared for him. That was the 22.
who was that?
Which one? Jennison?
No, 22 a long time ago.
Sierdinsky?
Oh, Tyler Thompson.
Oh,
That's
Tyler
there you
Thompson.
go.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was usually that
No,
usually
I
ends
think
up being bad
Jennison's a
feedback.
good guy to run with.
Yeah, that usually
Mark
ends up
St.
bad.
George. Mark St. George said you love racing with me, right?
I did. I loved racing with Mark. That was
Yeah.
back in the streeter days
Yeah. Yep.
when he was driving for Rigo and he was with the Bickford boys and
Yep.
with Big Danny and them.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's on the show. He comes and watches the show every Wednesday, and he's at the track. I think almost every Saturday I see him and his wife.
Mark loves racing still to this day. Absolutely.
Yep. And to Chase Belcher, cut it out. Replying to Chelsea Beach, Belcher, cut it out.
That's my buddy right there. I think the world of that kid. I think
Yeah, he's a
Seekonk
good
fucked
kid.
him out of a
I tried to get him
I think
on
he
the
got screwed out of a championship.
Yeah, I know. I know a few other people got screwed out of championships, but
Yeah, I'm looking at
we're
one.
still-
You're
we're
looking
still
at one.
licking our wounds, you know. Still looking our wounds, but it is what it is.
That's because of that stupid ass format.
Yeah. So now, all right, let's say. All right, it's kind of like a couple pot question. Why you stepped out of the car? You know, was it burnt? Were you burnt out? Was it just life, money, and does racing ever leave you? I mean, you think you know what I'm saying? So it's a 3-part question.
I'll answer the last part first. Racing never leaves you. It's a disease. It's a drug. It's an addict. If you got it, you got it. End of story.
Yep.
I think we just got out because, honestly, we were jerked off over the chase format. So that was kind of the icing on the cake at that point. And then, you know what? We've been doing this a long time, man. Me and him have been doing this a long time, and he's getting tired. You know, I don't want to do it without my father anymore. You know, he's getting tired. He deserves to retire.
Brendan moved down south, right?
Yeah, Brendan moved down south. Dad was getting tired. You know, he's burned out from this shit. And I want to watch my daughter, excel in college. I mean, how many people get to see their daughters a starting pitcher at softball in college? I mean, not friggin' many. I don't want to miss anything she does.
That's the number one thing in our life right now is that young lady.
Right. Like he said, that is our number one priority. And like, I don't want to miss anything that kid does because I'm not going to lie. That kid's a fucking superstar, man.
Yeah. It's awesome. No, that's what it's about, that's, spending time with your kids because they grow up and then, next thing they have their families and, it's still, as they get older, it's harder to keep them, you know what I'm saying? And if you can do stuff like the baseball and the coaching and stuff like that,
anything to stay close.
Keeps them close. Doreen says she's like her dad. Bob Langlois said the last full season we ran that championship should have been ours. Yeah. Right. I hear you.
Then I don't go to the track anymore.
That's why the old man. Hey, the old man hasn't been back to the track since, Ronnie.
I mean, that's basically one of the reasons that we're not running full time there this year. And
Are you guys going ACT racing?
well, we're gonna start off with some. They actually Actor sent me an email. Hey, we saw on Facebook you're running. You guys gonna run the full season? We'd love to have you. And I said, you know, I don't think we're gonna run. We got 7 races, I think, right now in the Actor, but who knows if we run the first few and do really well, he might say, hey, let's do some more. But he really this year was more like we're gonna, you know, bop around, you know, do some Waterford, some Thompson, go to a few Seekonk races, run some Actor racing. We're even we talked with Keith Rocco. We're gonna probably run a few SK races over at Waterford.
Good. The
maybe
rental
one
program.
You know, rental. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Let me tell you, anybody who wants to run an SK better be calling Keith Rocco.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Now, what about the pro stock for you guys?
We're gonna run what?
You're gonna run a Triple Crown shit, I hope.
Yeah, we're gonna run the 75 lapper. They got
Dave Lynn racing one. Yeah.
Triple Crown, I think we're gonna do, and then I think the finale we're gonna do. The Triple Crown finale we're gonna do.
Well, we're gonna do the Granite State, right? Is it Granite State?
In the Granite State
race. All right,
yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask if you're gonna do the Granite State 100 lappers.
Yep.
All right. All right.
Jacob,
Jacob,
who's crew chief in this year?
Can I say?
Yeah.
Derek Buchaki.
Is he?
Yep.
Smart kid right there.
Well, when we figured we were gonna go to the Actor, you know, seeing that he's raced all these tracks for like 3-4 years now, whatever it's been. So he has the setups, you know, he knows the lines. So we figured that it would be
beneficial.
It would be, you know, a better route to go than trying to learn them all, especially.
I couldn't agree with you guys 1,000%. I think it's the right choice.
So
Derek's learned it the hard way, man. He did it all himself. Like, I give him a lot of credit.
So we're planning on, you know, if we don't run the full tour this year, it's possible next year that we'll run the full tour.
Now, is Derek still running the full tour?
80% sure. What next year? If we don't do the whole thing this year.
Yes.
Oh, Derek's not running. Derek's only running I think 1 race a month or something here.
Oh, he's gonna pull back and work with you guys.
Yeah, he went from behind the wheel to on top of the pit box, so to say. You know what I mean?
Not a bad thing. It's good to have someone with experience. Like, everybody needs someone with experience. We can go all the way back to our street stock days. We always had someone with experience helping us. Like, you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. And I learned that from my father at his business.
Yeah.
We always had someone good. We had Joe Serendinsky. We had Mark Solkowitz. We've always had Jimmy Kuhn.
Yeah.
Like, that's just phenomenal to us.
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
We had
Jeffrey.
We had Big Jeff,
yeah,
who's with Darling now. We had Dale Headquest, who's with Patrick Emmeling now.
Yeah.
We've always surrounded ourselves with good people, but then it's not just them. You need the other guys. You need the Bobbies, the Franks, the Skeeters, Danny.
Yeah, they're all good at what they do too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Gerry says a potential dumb question.
Joey, not Gerry.
Oh, Joey. Sorry, Gerry Naru again. Potential dumb question here. Did they just change the format without running it by you guys, the drivers?
Oh, that's you guys. I heard they changed the format again.
I run the bowling tourney, and if it's just changed stuff and the people aren't happy.
So I heard that, I don't know the whole deal, but what is it? The last 4 weeks now, total points combined or something?
Yeah, they're doing something with the points.
Well, they had to get away from what they had because that sucked. Just call it
No,
what
you can't. It's one race. It's like it's one race. You know,
you got to get lucky in one race to win a championship.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So that's got to go. Doreen's signing out. So there we go. Love you all. Miss you, Gerry and junior and senior.
Bye, Doreen.
Bye, Doreen.
You know, yeah, Dave Haywood's in the house. Time for NASCAR. See you guys.
Oh yeah, you know why? Qualifying's on.
Oh yeah. They start.
I'd rather watch New Smyrna.
Right, exactly.
I want to watch short track racing.
Right,
Ronnie, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely, you can ask me anything.
What do you think the chances are of soon seeing my son on the wall?
Oh, well, that's not up to me, but I wouldn't doubt that he should have a spot up there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been there for how many years? Most popular driver, like they said. What do you? I said in the beginning, you're a 7-time champion.
Yep.
Almost would have been 8, but you got screwed.
Did,
And then,
did a triple win 3 times?
yeah,
First guy to reach 7.
3 win, yeah,
In
and
the top 5 or 6 for wins.
yeah. Are you top 5 for wins, or is it?
It's
I
either
don't know.
5 or 6.
We're right
Yeah.
around there. Depended on
I'll pull it up.
Finesse, Cavallaro. We're kind of in that mix right there.
Yeah, I think it's
I think
I'll
we're
check
like
it right
60, Ronnie. Whatever that puts us.
Mike Tito sent me.
yeah. I think you was.
I have it.
I thought, but
Nick's
that
the
might have
man
been
right there. Anybody knows it's Nick.
let me
Nick or Todd Baptista.
What's that?
Oh, so in 2021, you were gonna win your 8th championship. So you're a
22.
7.
22.
Oh, 22. It was 22. All
22
right.
would have been 8.
Yeah. But
Hey, and on top of it, we tied for a late model championship and lost it on a tiebreaker. We had
Oh,
the
yeah.
same points, same wins. He had more seconds.
oh,
And the last race got rained out. And you know why I'll never forget it? Because he looked me square in the face and said, I hope it rains next week. And it
Hey.
fucking did. I'll never forget it. Talk about
well,
backing
you
into a
don't think we were wishing for rain those last few nights too? We were like,
Yeah,
we got
hey.
this championship, we got the points, we have it. All we have to do is just wait it out, because we did it 2 years in a row in the late model. We lost it because of the same thing, one race, and then we happened in the pro stock. So we
Yeah.
feel the pain,
And how many
We
times
feel
in
the
a
pain.
legend?
I
Oh,
don't want to talk about it.
yeah, a lot of times
Sorry,
in a legend.
Jacob. I ripped the Band-Aid off.
That's all right. It's all right. That's
So this year and last year, so that's 2. Last year and the year before in the late model, so that's another 2. It's 4.
pro
And
stock.
in the
for sure.
pro stock this year, it's 5.
So 5 championships we got screwed out of because of the format. So I think we took enough licks to finally say, hey, you guys don't want to do nothing. We're going to go and we're going to do something else.
And it's
And
not
then
good
the
that they're losing quality people. It's not good.
Yeah. And then at the last minute, I hear, oh, well, they're changing the chase now to a points thing. So like you get, I don't know if it's exactly, but I thought the way I was telling Dave the day I was there, I was talking to him about it because I was telling him that we're probably not going to be here. And he's like, oh, well, he's got a lot of fans and they love him. I'm like, yeah, but we're not going to go here and get spanked all the time. So I said, you should do a format where before the last 4 races, those 4 top points guys, the leader gets a bonus points. Those guys go into a chase. They get certain points for finishing in front of each other. If they win the race, they get bonus points. And at least this way, you're running for points, and you can have one bad race and
Yeah,
still have a chance.
that's what NASCAR Cup is doing.
But hold on a minute. Why don't we do this? The
Why don't we
most
just do
amount of
straight
points
up?
for every fucking race wins the championship. Isn't that a novel idea?
Right.
It worked for how many years from
For 100
Anthony
for
through
100
Francis?
years. For 100 years, they've been doing it. The guy that wins the most races and gets the most points.
You win races, you
Especially-
get points, you win a championship. End of fucking story.
Yeah, you work all year, try to get it. You work all year, and then you get screwed on. You get
So-
screwed.
Jerry's 7th all time,
7th.
How many? 60?
60.
Yep.
Who's in front of me, Ron? Jacob.
Rick Martin, Dave Darling, Freddie, George Summers, and Mike Cavallaro.
Yep. George Summers should be number 1. He's got like 120 something wins, but it's not
Yeah.
official. That's the problem.
Yep. So he has 100 wins official that they have marked down, and then Nick has another category after that. It has George Summers with 70 afterward. He has 170
Yeah.
total.
What's David at like 90 something now? He's like 5 or
97.
6 away.
97.
Oh,
97.
he's 3 away.
Yep.
So, Jacob, question for you.
What's up,
You helping my nephew this year? What's the deal?
Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're actually. I think we've sold the bando already.
I've been doing all the work.
You
I
finally sold
post-
the bando?
I post
So-
the bando for him, put that all together. I
So
post
did
the
I.
legend.
I was going to do a waffle for it if we couldn't sell it.
Yeah, we sold that, and now we had a few people interested in the legend, but
You're right. The
you know,
Legend's a good car.
you know what that happens. You get these people, they kick tires. Oh, is this still a bit? Yeah, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
ask 14 questions, and then all of a sudden they disappear.
Hey,
So-
I'm asking 14,000, but will you take 2,600? We know it. Yeah, we got it. It's like going to the flea market.
Oh, can you ship it to Minnesota? Yeah, for an extra cost. Well, how much is that going to cost? I don't know.
I don't work for UPS. You figure it out.
Yeah. So
Listen, Dylan's so excited, and I'm so glad you guys are taking care of him.
he's a good kid.
Yeah, I was with his father today, and Derek's.
He comes
Derek's
from
kind
a
of the guy
very good family.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
he's a
are.
good kid. He's a good kid. I like him.
His
He,
father's the guy that's taught me so much about softball,
Yep.
and he's excited to work with you guys this year.
Yeah,
He needed a change of scenery. I'm not saying,
Yeah,
nothing-
well, you need-
every now and then you just need to change.
Yeah.
I mean, when we went and we tested at Waterford, I mean, he gained a tenth and a half right off the bat.
I saw how fast he was at the end of the year.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's running in the top 5 every week because a new change of scenery, a new attitude, new people.
New setup.
It just it lit a fire under his ass and it made a big difference.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Thank you guys. That's great.
He would have. I think he was in first or second. I think he led some of the 2,500 lap win race at Waterford at the end of the year.
Yeah, and he's never done
And-
that.
What?
And he's never been able to run like that before.
No,
No.
he finished up front, didn't he? Fifth
He
or
was.
something?
He was. He
Yeah,
was
he was in the
third.
top
With,
5.
he was third with 2 to go, and the leader missed a shift, and he dropped to 5th or something like that. And I mean, that's the best he's ran.
Tell me how great his mother is.
Oh, I love her. She's
Is it
great.
Lisa the best?
Oh, she is.
Oh,
Hey, well,
absolute.
With a name like that, right? What can you expect,
Yeah.
Lisa? Right? That's a great model. You know what I mean? It's a good
Yeah,
model.
they are a great family.
I mean, like we went to Riverhead his first time there. He was like top 10 in speed, and he's like, "Oh, I'm like a tenth and a half off you." I go, "Dude, I've been here for 3 straight years now."
Yeah, the good thing is like everywhere he goes, he always calls me and sends me texts and keeps me updated.
Yep.
Good. Yeah.
And I haven't seen him that excited. And I don't know how long with the way he ran the end of the year.
I was just going to say he needs to be pumped
Yeah.
Yep.
because his excitement level is very low unless he gets pumped up.
All right.
He's
So
a very quiet kid.
I got to ask you this, Senior, right? He's going to be doing some Waterford races on Wednesdays, right?
Dylan.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know you don't go to Seekonk, but maybe you could
Pump
get
him up.
Junior and you guys could take a little ride to Waterford. And I don't know about you, but I know when you have your fans like that come to a track, that pumps you up to no
Yeah,
extent because you
yeah.
know.
I like going there.
I'll go
Yeah,
to
you guys
Waterford
should
with,
come.
I'll go with Waterford with the old man all day long.
All right. Well, we're holding
You
to
heard it
you.
live.
Everybody's watching live here.
You
Dylan's
heard
alive.
it from my chauffeur.
Dylan, that's all
I
right.
know I'm your chauffeur. There's no doubt about that.
That's all right. If you need a ride, I'll pick you up and give you a ride. Don't worry about it. I got to go by that way anyway.
I know.
Yeah, you're coming right
I
by his
appreciate
house.
that.
I'll come right by there. I don't care.
Yeah,
I
I
honestly
appreciate
had
that,
more.
man.
I had more fun helping him at the end of the year,
Seeing him do well.
doing him do well than me myself running.
Yeah. because you're used to it and he's not. That's why, Jacob.
Well, these two
And you
guys
saw
are in the
his
garage.
excitement. Well,
These
you
two
saw his
guys,
excitement.
Yeah.
him and Dylan were in the garage working on the car, taking out this, doing that.
Yeah,
They-
Dylan was texting me when they were changing the gears.
Yeah. So I mean, getting more involved in doing some of the work on the car too. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
he
like
likes,
you-
he likes to pick up the lot that he can learn from somebody like Jacob.
yeah.
I
I'm not
I
the worst-
agree with like hands-on. Drivers that are hands-on are just better to me.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, all these kids just walk in with their helmet.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Hands-on
Helmet?
drivers,
Hey,
like
helmet and this.
yeah, the
Ready to
cell
drive?
phone.
Oh, all right. All right.
That's a
Can I bring
way.
you in a car with me?
So Jacob, you still mentoring Ayla?
Yeah.
They're going
Yeah,
down.
how's that
to,
going? What's up with that?
So we're going down to Southern again in 3 weeks, I think.
With the late model?
Yeah.
She came a long way. She's only
Yeah,
12,
she's definitely picked up a bunch of speed.
13 now.
13. Yeah. I mean, this is her second year.
Yeah.
She's
Racing. period.
13?
Yeah.
Really? She's such a little kid too.
Yep.
I guess
She's
all
a-
13-year-olds are little to us.
Yep.
You talk to her though, you think she was she's like grown up. She's very
Dude, she's
yeah.
the mom of the family.
Yeah,
The whole
like,
track. Dude.
she's
Oh my
like in
God.
there
She
making
mature
sure
for her
everybody's
age?
doing it. You gotta get ready. You do this. Yeah, she's like,
So she's very mature for a 13-year-old.
yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
She'll whoop
exactly.
you, dude. She'll whoop your ass.
That's good. I'm glad you're helping her out. That's going to take her a long way also.
Ronnie, before it gets too late, I just want to congratulate you both, you two, on your show. I think it's fun.
Good.
I appreciate you letting an old guy sit in on it, and I wish you the best of luck. And I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, I hope so too. Like I said, you don't like to come to Seekonk, so we'll see you at Waterford for sure. I'm gonna make sure of it.
He's coming with me.
Well, if
All
you
right.
guys are going to some, like you said, you're going to some of the bigger races at Seekonk, maybe I'll show up.
Yeah, you know what I
I
mean.
wouldn't bet on that.
That's all right.
That's like,
we get him
hey,
to
that'd be
Waterford.
like getting my wife back to Seekonk. Not going to happen.
Right.
I'm going to sign off. Say hi to Lisa for me.
I will. Nice
Bye,
seeing
Pop.
you, Senior. Nice
Bye,
seeing
Pop.
you.
Thank you. And I'll
Thank you
talk
for
to you.
joining us.
We'll be talking. You're
Yes,
very
sir.
welcome. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
Later.
Jerry,
All
I'll
right.
talk to you later.
You bet your Pop. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. So
Hey,
I know-
listen, I got to thank you guys for letting me have him on. So
oh, no,
listen,
that was great. We
listen.
were wondering who it was. We seen
So
Gerry
now that he's
D.
not here, listen. I called him this morning to tell him I was doing a show when I was out plowing, but he didn't answer. He was outside with his dog or whatever. So like 6 o'clock, he sends me a text message. How come I'm not hearing nothing about you on this podcast tonight? I'm like, because you didn't answer your fucking phone. So I'm like, it'll be on at 7 o'clock. So I sent him the link so he could watch it, but he signed into the link.
That's perfect. We didn't know who
But
it
no,
was.
I just wanted to say thank you because
Oh no,
listen,
absolutely.
he
I'm
needs
gl-
that. Like
I'm glad he came on. I think that was great. I think that was great.
I really appreciate you guys letting him on.
That was we're glad that we're honored to have him on. That was awesome.
Listen, if
Um,
he didn't help me, I never would have accomplished nothing in racing. Everything
Yeah.
I did is because of that guy right there. Everything I did was because of him.
So before we wrap it up, okay?
Yeah.
What does racing give you? What is it giving you? And what have you taken away from it? And what can you tell these younger guys, the next kids trying to do it? You know what I'm saying?
So racing, most of my good friends are through racing at one point or another. You know, other than my cousin Bobby, like everybody else, Tommy's through racing, Skeet's through racing, Flood's through racing.
Yep.
Like anybody I'm close with, other than like my cousin Bobby, obviously, I met through racing. And like even Bryce, her best friend is Sophie Darling. Obviously, she met her through racing. And we've met so many good people through racing. Don't get me wrong, everybody's met their share of shitheads, but I've met way more good people through racing than I could ever imagine. And racing's been a huge part of my life, and it still is since I was 22 years old or 21 years old when I got married. Like, I'd be lost if it wasn't for racing. Like, racing was great for me.
Nice.
And I've learned as much from it, and I hope I've given back. As far as the young kids, they need, and I'm not just saying it because he's here, they need to look at someone like Jacob. That's my perfect example. There's a kid that struggled, and just follow what it is. He's a champion. Whether he has a trophy or not, he's got other trophies, but that's what they need to look at. He shows up, he's ready to race, he wants to race. They just got to take it seriously. That's the biggest thing. Work on your cars, guys. Like, don't just have your dad do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Show up at the shop.
like
even if you're just
there,
there.
hand your dad a 9/16 wrench.
Yeah.
Grab the fucking screwdriver. Like, be there with your dad.
I know. I remember when Jacob was like 12, 13. We were working on the Legend. I was teaching
pull rear ends out.
I was
gears.
teaching
I'm
him
like,
how,
what the-
like what was each tool, because when they're young, they don't know what the tools are. You tell them, oh, I need a sock, I need a ratchet with a 9/16. They look at you like you have 14 heads, right?
Look, like perfect example, John Robidoux with his two boys.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a great example right there. That is a tremendous example of working with your kids. Look at the Brightman family. Mikey's got all his daughters out there. Those girls probably know more than most boys that age.
Right.
Like, get involved. If you want to race, Get involved.
Want to hear
Don't
something
be-
funny
Yeah.
about Dylan? I met Nick's shop, all right, taking my rear end out. He goes to go take one of the bolts out. He taps the ratchet on the fucking battery and zaps himself. Poor
He
kid
shit
shit his
himself?
pants.
He had to
I've
shit
done that.
himself.
How many times have we all done that, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. But Dylan, knowing how Dylan is, he must have shit himself.
Oh my god, he thought he fried my car. He was all scared. Oh my god.
We got Jim Bacon here from New Smyrna Speedway, night 6. It's 9 nights. Too much racing, LOL. Never
No
too
such
much
thing.
racing.
No such thing as too much short track racing, Jimbo. Hey,
All
listen,
right, so
I want to thank you guys.
thank you, Gerry, for coming on. And
Oh.
I just want to say, to all the fans out there, if Gerry, you heard it on the Rough and Rowdy podcast, if Gerry DeGasparre gets back in a car, you heard it first here on the Rough and Rowdy podcast. Because the right thing comes around, you never know. You might see him out there.
Somebody with the right ride, you never know. Ronnie,
Right.
Jacob, thank you guys.
All
Later,
right, Gerry.
Hey,
good
you
seeing
guys
you.
be safe. Give my love to Lisa.
You as well.
All right, buddy. Have a good
Bye,
night.
guys. Peace out.
All right, you too. See ya.
Bye-bye.
That was good.
All right. I think that was a good show.
It was an hour 15 long.
Yeah, we went over our time, but that's
it was,
all right.
didn't feel went by really quick actually.
Yeah, that
You
was
guys
that
did
was
most
really
of the
good.
talking, but you guys were also talking back when I was still in my dad's nuts. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't even
have
think you were.
much to
Yeah,
say.
you were definitely. Bob's in. Bob Langler says he's in if he goes back racing.
It'd be
which is
good
cool.
seeing him race once.
Yeah,
one
I'd like to
more
see him
time.
go out. Maybe we can see what happens here.
Make something
But
work out.
But yeah, so thank everybody for joining us tonight. Had a great show. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed to the Rough and Rowdy podcast, please, hit the like button, subscribe. It's free to subscribe. And we'd love to have you guys, more people on the show. Anybody that wants to come on the show, like I said, message us, send us a message, whether it's whether you're a race fan, a driver, a crew member, track owner, whatever, anything to do with racing, come on, let us know. We'll have a show and we'll talk about it. But you want to say goodnight?